Ladies and gentlemen, to the forsaken, the overlooked, the ones discarded like yesterday's news, listen closely. I see you and I understand the pain clawing at your soul. The weight of betrayal pressing hard against your chest, crushing you. You loved them, didn't you? You gave them your heart, your time, your everything. You poured your soul into them. And what did they do? They left, just like that, without a second thought. But here's a truth you need to hear: their karma is your replacement. Oh yes, the clock is ticking, and time has a way of revealing truths. They're feeling the sting of regret now, and believe me, it's only going to get worse. When they walked away, they didn't just leave a relationship, they abandoned something far greater. They left someone who would have fought for them, who saw their best even when they couldn't see it themselves. They walked away from love, loyalty from you. And they did it for what? Someone they thought could fill the void you so generously filled. Foolish, isn't it? Tragic, really. But here's the cold, hard truth creeping up like a shadow in the night: the person they replaced you with will never hold a candle to you. That person will never love them the way you did. And that's going to eat away at them day after day, year after year. They'll be haunted by the fact that they threw away the best they ever had, thinking they could find something better. But there is no better, there is only you. People like that think they can trade you in, swap out love like it's some disposable item. They believe love is something they can just pick up and put down like a piece of clothing, something they can toss aside when it no longer fits their mood. But love isn't a toy, it's not something you replace. And when they finally realize that, when the gravity of what they've lost hits them like a freight train, that's when karma takes over. The person they thought was better will be their undoing. That person will show them exactly what they threw away, and they'll hate it. They'll hate every second of it, because deep down, they'll know they traded gold for fool's gold. They left something real, something genuine, for something hollow. And they'll know they replaced someone who truly cared with someone who could never live up to your standards. But the best part, they did it to themselves. This is their karma, not yours. You don't need to lift a finger, seek revenge, or wish them harm. Life has a funny way of balancing the scales. What goes around comes around, and oh, it's coming around. Imagine their regret in those quiet moments, alone with their thoughts, lying in bed, staring at the ceiling. It hits them, they left you. They abandoned the one person who had their back, who loved them for who they truly were. And now they're stuck with someone who doesn't even come close. The worst part, they can never get you back. They can't return to the love you gave so freely, to the loyalty you showed without hesitation. They'll never replace what you brought into their life because you are irreplaceable. That's their lesson, their burden, and it will weigh them down for the rest of their lives. Every time they look at the person they chose over you, every time they feel that sinking disappointment, they'll be reminded of what they lost. They'll remember they could have had it all, but they threw it away. Time is ticking, and with each passing second, their regret deepens. Karma gets closer. It's a twisted, poetic justice, knowing the very person they chose over you will be the one to reveal the depth of their mistake. But you let me be clear, you don't need to worry about them anymore. You don't need to think about their choices, regrets, or karma. You are free. Free from their selfishness, free from the weight of proving your worth to someone who was too blind to see it. Have you noticed how, once they're gone, things start to become clearer? You see how they took you for granted, how they made you feel like you had to do more, be more, just to keep them happy. You see how they made you feel like you were never enough. It's so clear now, the manipulation, the selfishness, the constant taking and taking without ever giving back. But now you're done. Done bending over backward for someone who couldn't see your value. Done pouring your heart out to someone who treated your love like it was disposable. Done with the games, the lies, the endless need for more. Because you, my friend, are more than enough. You always were. And now that they're gone, you finally see it. Let them live with their regret. Let them sit in the mess they made for themselves. Let them watch as the person they chose slowly reveals their true colors, as the shine wears off, and they're left with nothing but disappointment. Let them feel the weight of their karma, knowing they'll never find another you. And understand this, they didn't just lose you, they lost the future they could have had with you. They lost your warmth, your support, the depth of your love. and the certainty that you would have stood by them no matter what. That's something they'll never be able to replace, no matter how hard they try, no matter how many people they move on to. No one will ever live up to the standard you set just by being yourself. But here's the beauty: you don't have to carry their burden. Their regret, their disappointment, their endless search for someone like you that's on them. Let them wrestle with the mess they made. Let them face the truth that they're the architects of their own downfall. You don't need to be a part of their struggle anymore. You're free to live your life without the weight of their selfishness. Free to discover your own strength, happiness, and worth. To all of you who've been cast aside, know this: you are more than enough. You always have been. Their decision to leave wasn't a reflection of your worth, it was a reflection of their inability to appreciate what they had. So don't look back. Don't question your value. You are irreplaceable. They're the ones who will live with the regret of losing you. And that's a fate far worse than any you could have imagined for them. The final truth they'll carry with them is that they never deserved you. Not then, not now, not ever. And while they search for someone who can give them what you did so effortlessly, they'll never find it, because you are one of a kind. You are the lesson they'll carry forever, the one they let slip away, the one they'll regret until their last breath. And that is the ultimate power you hold. You are irreplaceable in a world where they thought everyone was replaceable. Let them drown in their regret while you embrace a life filled with real love, true appreciation, and the kind of joy they can never take from you. Rise above it all. Keep moving forward, head held high, knowing you're better off without them. Knowing that their leaving was a blessing, because now you're free to find someone who truly values you. Someone who knows that you are the best they'll ever have. Here's to you, your strength, your resilience, your undeniable worth. Here's to the fact that you never needed them, and that their regret is their burden to carry, not yours. Most of all, here's to the sweet truth that their replacement is their karma. Time is ticking and they're feeling it now. The regret is setting in. And that, my friends, is a justice no one can escape. Tick-tock. And as the clock keeps ticking, something powerful unfolds. You start to realize that while they were so busy searching for a substitute, they never understood one simple truth: no one could replace you. They may find temporary distractions, fleeting moments of affection, but deep down, they know that those encounters are empty echoes compared to the connection they had with you. They'll keep pretending, keep convincing themselves they've moved on. But those moments alone, when it's just them and the silence, they'll feel it. The weight of their choice, the emptiness of their decision. And it will follow them like a shadow they can't escape. You see, life has a way of teaching lessons the hard way, and they're in for the most brutal lesson of all, realizing they lost a rare gem while chasing after pebbles. They'll keep chasing, desperately trying to fill the void you left behind. But the truth is, no one will ever fill it. That's the reality they'll wake up to every single day, and while they drown in that realization, you'll rise. You'll rise above their regrets, their mistakes, and you'll find yourself stronger than ever. You'll see how their absence was your liberation. It gave you the clarity to see your true worth. The strength to recognize that you deserve more than half-hearted love, more than being someone's option. You deserve to be someone's first choice. You deserve the kind of love that matches the loyalty, the passion, and the depth you bring to the table. And now you have the freedom to go after that, to find someone who sees your worth and matches your energy without hesitation. Someone who would never, for a second, risk losing you. And you'll thrive. Oh, how you'll thrive. They will look from afar, haunted by the life they could have had. They'll watch as you build a life filled with genuine happiness, real connections, and a love they can only dream of finding again. They'll see your glow, your peace, your joy, and it will be a constant reminder of their biggest mistake. They will see you growing, flourishing, living without the weight of their betrayal, and it will burn them up inside. But remember this: you don't need to concern yourself with their suffering, their choices, or their regrets. The best revenge is living a life that is full of love, full of joy, full of fulfillment. Let them live with their choices, let them be haunted by their mistakes. You are no longer bound by their actions. You're free, and with that freedom comes endless possibilities. So keep moving forward, eyes fixed on the horizon. There's a whole world out there waiting for you, a world that values your loyalty, your love, your strength. A world where people appreciate the gift you are. The universe has a way of aligning things in your favor when you choose to let go of what's holding you back. Trust that the best is yet to come, that there is someone out there who won't just see your value but will treasure it. And when that day comes, when you finally meet the person who recognizes the magic in you, who matches your energy, your loyalty, and your passion, it will be everything you deserve and more. It will be a love that doesn't leave you questioning your worth but celebrates it. It will be the kind of love that looks at you and says, I know you're irreplaceable, and I'm grateful every day that I get to have you. While they stay stuck in their cycle of regret, you will live a life filled with abundance. You'll be reminded daily of how blessed you are for letting go of something that no longer served you. You will know peace, happiness, and love that is built to last. And when they cross your mind, if they ever do, it will be nothing but a distant memory of a lesson learned. You'll be grateful that they left because their departure was the beginning of your true journey. It was the turning point that led you to a life they could never give you. So rise above the ashes of their mistakes. Walk forward into a future where you know your worth and where others will too. Let them live with their regrets while you bask in the glow of your own evolution, stronger and wiser than ever before. Tick-tock, the clock is no longer your burden, it's their reminder that time waits for no one. The karma they face is theirs alone, and you are free to live your best life, free from the shadows of their choices. The best is yet to come, and it's waiting just for you.